So this video will include some examples of some lovely chair yoga exercises that will allow you to stretch throughout your whole body, remembering to always just go at your own pace and just to move to wherever you feel comfortable, and making sure that you've got a nice strong sturdy chair to use. Okay. Right, so sitting in the chair. Now just noticing how you're seated. So try not to kind of slump in the chair, so really lengthening up through the spine. And if you can, just keep a little bit of a gap from the back of the chair, so you're not kind of just chilling at the back of the chair. So you're lengthening up all the way through to the top of your head. Now just noticing where your feet are on the floor. So bringing them so they're about hip width apart. And then you're just going to become more aware of your feet and feeling that connection to the floor. So even though you're seated, you're still very much grounded and can feel that connection from the floor up through the feet and through your entire body. And then I just want you to focus on your feet. And then we're going to gently roll the feet out to the side and then roll the feet inwards. So you're feeling that gentle pressure of the feet as you roll them out and then rolling them back in. Lovely, so just becoming more aware of that in your feet. It's a very, very small movement. Lovely, so rolling the feet outwards and then slowly rolling the feet inwards. Becoming aware of that gentle pressure. Just rolling across the foot, across the bottom of the foot there. And just slowly repeating that movement, so rolling the feet outwards and then rolling the feet inwards. And if you just slowly come to bring your feet so they're resting in the centre, so you can feel that pressure all the way across the feet now, really nice and grounded. And then we're just going to connect up through the feet, from the feet all the way through the body, and as you go, you're just going to release any tension that you might have. So connecting from the feet and into the ankles. And just allow yourself to soften the ankles, connecting into the bottom of the legs, and then moving up into the knees, just releasing any tension there, lengthening all the way up through the tops of the legs and into the hips now, and just softening those hips and releasing any tension. And then you're going to lengthen up through the spine, and just allow yourself to relax those shoulders down. Lovely. So we're going to start with a few neck stretches. So you're going to slowly bring your left ear down towards the left shoulder, just allowing the head to go nice and heavy. And you just feel a wonderful stretch into the neck. Just going to hold it here and just breathe into that stretch. Just slowly bring the head back up to centre, and we're going to go over to the opposite side. So just gently bringing the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Allow those shoulders to relax down. And just feeling that wonderful stretch into the neck. And taking the head back up to centre. This time you're going to bring your chin down towards your chest. So we're aiming for a stretch into the back of the neck. Again, just let the head go heavy. Really enjoying that stretch through the neck. And then again, slowly bring the head back up to centre. And if you feel comfortable, you can just gently look up towards the ceiling, just to go to wherever you feel comfortable. And then slowly bring the head back down to centre. Lovely. So we're going to do that one more time each side. So slowly going over to the left. Bringing it back up to centre. And slowly over to the right. And then bring it up to centre. And then bringing your chin down towards your chest. Lovely. And I'm going to slowly look up towards the ceiling. Good. And bring it back to centre. Working into those shoulders now. So we're going to roll the shoulders forwards. So just go nice, slow and controlled with these movements. So we're just really aiming to start to loosen up through those joints. Nice controlled movements. Really noticing how your shoulders are feeling. And we're just going to slowly, hopefully, release some of that tension. If you've got any tension in the shoulders, just let it go. Good, relax the shoulders down, and I'm going to rotate and roll those shoulders backwards. This is usually where I get a lot of like crunching and clicking in the shoulders. It just shows that I need to do this a bit more. Lovely, really nice big shoulder rolls. Couple more of those. Good, and then just relax those shoulders down. Moving on to just into the wrists now. So we're going to rotate those wrists round. God. Good, so rotating the wrist round. It's quite a mouthful. Again, we're just lubricating into those joints. Bit of clicking in my wrists too. And I'm rotating in the opposite direction. Lovely, and then I'm just going to flip the fingers forward, so just warming up into the hands, warming up through those fingers, all the way through to the fingertips. Lovely, and just relaxing those hands down. Bringing your arms so they're across the chest. And again, making sure you're still lengthening up through that spine. We're just going to gently rotate round to the left. So getting a wonderful spinal rotation, still relaxing the shoulders down. And I'm going to slowly bring it back round to centre, and I'm rotating round to the other side. Again, nice slow and controlled movements, just getting a bit more movement and mobility into the spine now. Lovely, and taking it back round to centre. Let's go again, rotating round to the left. Release back to centre and rotate round to the right. And then releasing back to centre. You're going to release the hands, we're going to cross them with the opposite arm on top. Lovely, and then rotating round again to the left. And releasing to centre. Lovely, rotating around the other way. Just feeling that wonderful stretch into the back. Lovely, and back to centre. And then we'll just go one more time each side, just in your own time. Getting that wonderful rotation. Lovely, releasing, and then last time round to the opposite side. Good, and slowly back to centre, and just gently releasing the arms down. So we're going to link the hands together now. The hands are going to slowly move up in front of the body to about chest height, and then you're going to bring the hands in towards you, and then you're going to push your palms away. So pushing the palms away, drop your chin to your chest, and we're going to pause here into a lovely upper back stretch. So try to relax into that stretch, just breathe into it. And I'm going to slowly bring those hands up overhead, so the head's coming back up to neutral, and the hands are lifting up, and then you're getting a wonderful stretch all the way through the body. Good, just breathing into that stretch, and then gently releasing your hands down by your sides. Nice. Oh, we're going to do that again. So, we're going to link those hands. Again, slowly moving up and round, and pushing those palms away, moving into that lovely upper back stretch, dropping your chin to your chest. Pause here, breathe into that stretch. Then slowly moving those hands up overhead, that wonderful stretch throughout the body. And gently releasing your hands down by your sides. We're going to do that one more time, linking the hands, slowly moving them up and round, pushing those palms away, drop your chin to your chest. Slowly moving the hands up overhead, wonderful stretch through the body. And then gently releasing your hands down by your sides. Good. I'm going to move into a rise and fall. So just as you inhale, the hands are coming up. And as you exhale, they're just slowly floating down. Good, just slowly repeating. and just moving with your own breath. This time we're going to pause at the top. So pause at the top, and then you're going to fall down to the left. So you're falling down to the left. You bring your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand is to the side of the chair. You're going to really lengthen up through the spine. You're going to look over that left shoulder. So we're into a seated twist. Again, this is a really nice stretch for your back. So as you inhale, just see if you can lengthen up a bit more. And as you exhale, see if you can just rotate round more, looking over that left shoulder. Lovely. Gently releasing, going to bring those hands floating back up to centre, and then they're going to float down to the right. So we're moving into a seated twist on the opposite side. So your left hand is on your right knee, and the right hand is to the side of the chair, and you're looking over that right shoulder. Inhale and lengthen up. Exhale and see if you can twist round a little bit more. Good, and gently releasing, the hands are floating up to centre. I'm going to do one more time each side, so floating down to the left into that seated twist. Lengthen up and gently twist round, looking over the left shoulder. And gently releasing, hands are floating back up to centre, and then floating down to the opposite side into another seated twist. Left hand onto the right knee, looking over the right shoulder. And just take a moment here, just a lovely stretch into the back. Good, gently releasing, coming back up to centre, and then those hands are floating back down. Brilliant. Moving on to a bit of ankle mobility. So we'll start with the left leg. You're just going to rotate the ankle round. Hopefully you can see my feet in this video. So just rotating in one direction, and then going to take it in the opposite direction. So really important to keep those ankles nice and mobile. Start to warm up through those joints. That's good. Pop that foot on the floor and then going on to the opposite foot. So rotating in one direction. Lovely. And rotating in the opposite direction. That's good. And pop your foot on the floor. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to lift the heels up off the floor. So your toes stay on the floor, but you lift the heels. Lovely. And down. And again. Good. So we're just going to continue with this. So lifting the heels up off the floor. And then in a moment, we're going to add in a toe raise. And we're going to alternate between a toe raise and a heel raise. Lovely. So last heel raise, I'm going to lift the toes. Good. And just lift those toes up off the floor. Excellent. And then we're going to alternate. So you're going to lift up the heels and then lift up the toes. Good. And it should feel quite nice. You should be feeling maybe a bit of a stretch down the front of the leg, and also a bit of a stretch into the back of the leg, into those calves as well. And it's really good for that ankle mobility too. So just slowly continuing this, alternating between a heel raise and a toe raise. Nice. Good. We do a couple more of those. And we'll make this the last one. So heel raise and toe raise, and just relax the feet back down. Good. So we're going to start to work on the legs a bit more. So we're going to start with a knee lift, and we'll start with the left leg. Now, making sure throughout all these movements that you're engaging into your core. So you've got those tummy muscles nice and tight, because they're going to help you to initiate the movement. And if you feel comfortable, you can always hold on to the side of the chair, whatever is best for you. So we'll start with the left leg. So you're going to just float that knee up and then slowly back down. We're aiming for 5, so that's 1, slowly up and down, that's 2. Nice and strong into the hip. 3, only 2 more to go on this side. And last one. Good. Going on to the opposite leg. So floating the knee up and then slowly floating back down. So lovely controlled movements. We're aiming for 5, that's 2. Initiate the movement with those core muscles. 2 more to go. Last one. Good, and down. Excellent. I can certainly feel that working into my hip flexors. We're going to move on to some kicks. So we'll start with the left leg. So you're going to slowly straighten out the leg in front of you. This should feel quite nice into the back of the leg as well. Lengthening out those muscles. And then slowly just bringing the foot back down. And if you can, bring the foot underneath the chair. So you're working a larger range of motion into those muscles and into the joint. Good. So we're aiming for 5. So that's 2. Again, slow and controlled movements. Pause at the top. That is 3. Slowly back under the chair. Just 2 more to go. Good. 4. And then the last one this side. And that's 5. Excellent. Doing the same thing onto the right leg. So slowly floating up, pausing at the top. Feel that lovely stretch all through the back of the leg. And then slowly bringing that foot underneath the chair. That's your first one done. 4 more to go. Pausing at the top, slowly floating back down. Take your time, coming back down underneath the chair. 2 more to go. Good, and last one. Straighten the leg out in front, pause at the top, and then floating the foot back down. Good work. Okay, so we're moving back onto the left leg. What we're going to do this time is you're going to float the knee up. You're pausing here, and you're going to open out through the hip. So it's really working into the hip now, and then bring it back in. Keep the knee floated up. We're aiming for 5, that's 2. Squeeze it in. 3, squeeze it back in. Just 2 more to go. 4, and last one. 5, float the foot down. Good work. It's a tough one. Going on to the opposite side, lifting up the knee, and then rotating out, and then slowly back in. You can make it a small movement if you want. You don't have to go out as far. Whatever's best for you, so just keeping comfortable. That's 3. We're going for 2 more. And last one, really nice and strong for those tummy muscles. Squeeze it back in and float it down. Woo, lovely. You can really feel that in the muscles. Well done, everyone. Okay, so we're going to open out the legs now into something that's called the goddess pose. So you should be feeling a nice stretch onto the inner thighs, really lengthening up through the spine, just relaxing those shoulders down. And we're going to do some body rolls. So you're going to roll around one way, engaging those core muscles. So you're just feeling that gentle transfer of weight over your bottom cheeks and also between the feet. So now I've got the weight onto my right leg, slowly moving over to the left leg. And just taking your time, just rotating around, feeling that weight transfer. It's quite nice for the back as well. And then just take it back to centre. And then we'll rotate in the opposite direction. Going the other way around. Some lovely body rolls. And while you're doing this, think about those tummy muscles. So your tummy muscles are helping you to move your body around. Good, and bringing it back to centre, lengthening up still. Excellent. So we're going to bring the right arm up towards the ceiling and we're going to stretch over to the left. Oh, that's a really nice stretch. So we're just going to pause here. Just breathe into that stretch. Try to relax into it. Good. Gently release, come back up to centre, release the arm down. So lengthening up with the left arm and stretching over to the right. Such a good stretch. Good, coming back to centre, releasing down. It's so nice. Let's do it again. One more time each side. So bring the arm up towards the ceiling and then stretching over. Hold it there. Bringing it back to centre, releasing the hand down. Going on to the opposite side, hand is coming up towards the ceiling. Stretch it over. Bring it back up and releasing the hand down. Lovely. So you can bring the legs back in. And we're going to do something called cat and cow stretches, which is really nice mobility through the spine. So you're going to start with your hands on your knees. And then as you move the hands in towards you, you're going to inhale and push your chest out, lift the head, and you're tilting the pelvis backwards. Then as you exhale, you move the hands forwards, and then you tilt the pelvis forwards. And then this is a cat stretch. So imagine a frightened cat that's really pushing its back up. So you're pushing your back out and then you drop the head down. So it's a lovely sequential movement through the spine. So we're going to move back into a cow stretch. So first of all, you're going to tilt the pelvis backwards, and then you feel that movement just flowing up through the spine, moving those hands in towards you, and then really lifting out and up through the chest and lifting the head. And then moving into that lovely cat stretch. So moving the hands forward, you're tilting that pelvis forwards, and you're really pushing out through the back, and then just dropping your chin to your chest. And you're just going to continue this movement just at the pace of your own breath. So as you inhale, moving into the cow stretch. No idea why it's called a cow stretch. And as you exhale, you're moving into that cat stretch. Just continuing at the pace of your own breath. And we'll just do one more of each. Lovely cow stretch, and moving into that lovely cat stretch. And then you're just going to come back up to centre, really lengthening up through the spine. Brilliant. We're going to move into a seated triangle pose. So you're going to take your left arm and you're going to place it across your thighs. Then you're just going to allow the right hand to relax down. You're going to slowly just bring the right hand up towards the ceiling and just looking up at that hand as you go. Into a seated triangle stretch. Pause and breathe into that stretch. Slowly release that hand back down, and then you're going to swap the hands over. So this time you've got the right arm across the legs and the left hand is down. Try not to slump, so we don't want to see you slumping. Put that weight onto the hands. You've still kind of got like a straight back, but you're just tilted forward from the hips. And then just going to watch the left hand go up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Pause here into that seated triangle stretch. And gently release down. Nice. Let's do one more time each side. So left arm across, right hand down, and slowly look at the right hand as it comes up towards the ceiling. Pause here into that seated triangle stretch. Again, just going to wherever you feel comfortable. And releasing the hand back down. Going on to the opposite side, swap the hands over. And looking up at the left hand as it comes up towards the ceiling. Good, pausing here. Slowly releasing the hand back down. Good, and then lengthening back up. Excellent. So we'll just finish off with some leg stretches. So we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Get to see my legs here. Brilliant. So we'll start off with the left leg. So what we need to do first is bum shuffle forward. So you want to come towards the front of your chair. This way you get a better stretch. You're going to lengthen the leg across the floor. So we'll start off with the left leg and just allow the foot to relax. So that means we don't want the toes up, we want them relaxed and down. Lengthen up through the spine, and then we're going to gently bend forwards. And then you should be feeling a really good stretch into the hamstrings at the back of the leg. And then you're going to gently straighten up, but keeping the leg lengthened out in front of you. And then you're going to bring those toes up towards you this time. So you get a nice stretch into the calf muscle at the bottom of the leg. Just pause here and just breathe into that stretch. Good, gently releasing, bring that foot in. Go on to the opposite side, so lengthening the leg out in front of you and then just gently bending forward from the hips, but keeping that chest lifted just to protect your lower back. And breathe into that lovely stretch all the way down the back of the leg. And then you're going to lengthen back up, bring those toes in towards you, so getting a stretch at the bottom of the leg now. Nice, gently release. And then we'll just finish off with a lovely deep breath in. Stretch those arms up all the way up overhead. Lovely big stretch through the body. And deep breath out. And now just relaxing through the body. Well done, everyone. See you soon.